Hey everyone. Well,
showing me. Hold on. There we go. It's fixed.
All right, good. Got it. All right. Hey everyone. Welcome to a live stream here. Luke and Jake here. We're going to do a little Q&A. We're going to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on in the future. Maybe do an announcement about fishing with subs. And I'm going to show you some cool fishing gear that I found and tell you a little bit about what's going on recently. And anyway, I've got my lovely wife here who's helping me with the camera work and is going to help me do questions and answers. And yeah, if you need to go ahead and adjust the camera back, do what you need to do.
Okay.
Here, yeah. No, don't grab the camera, grab the tripod. Yeah, there you go. Now move that.
Okay.
Okay, but at any rate, so first things first, let me go make sure everything's working right, and you guys can see everything, and we'll start answering some of your questions. So, babe, if you could just let us know what's going on, make sure everything's going well. But just to let you guys know, kind of what's been going on, we've a lot of stuff happening recently. You probably noticed that we published a bunch of videos from our trip to Florida over Christmas, and a lot of people are keep thinking I'm still in Florida. Let you guys know I have about 9 videos already published, edited, just waiting to be just about 9 videos already edited and ready to be put online and stuff. So I've got a huge backlog of videos actually. So there's some really cool stuff that's already done and just waiting to show you guys. But we just got back from a trip to Florida. We spent about a week and a half. What was it, about a week and a half, babe? About 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, something down in Cape Coral, Florida. Did python hunting. I went and hunted Burmese pythons at night.
Say thanks to Micah, Spike, Spilker, an Asian kid, and I just lost the other one. Trevor.
Hey, so we have Trevor. Thank you for the donation, and Mike and Micah,
and an Asian kid.
That's
what it said on this.
That's his actual name, not me just labeling people. So hey, thanks for the donation, guys. It'll help feed young children like Jake here. Diapers ain't free, people. But we had some awesome videos from that trip. I actually got a ton of fishing. I did some fishing challenges that I've still yet to post from that Florida trip.
Thanks, Palmetto Cats.
Oh, Palmetto Cats, thank you very much. Thank you for the donation. But I am so excited to show you guys on my other channel, the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. We post. I'm posting this Saturday a Burmese python. No, I'm doing that a week from Saturday, but I got a Burmese python catch and cook video coming up.
Thanks, Samuel.
Thank you, Samuel. I appreciate it. And so we've got some awesome things. I also have a squirrel hunting catch and cook on my other channel, the Outdoor Boys channel. So if you guys didn't know, I've got 2 channels. All my fishing stuff goes on Cats and Carp. All my non-fishing stuff goes on Outdoor Boys, and we've got some pretty epic videos over there, and some really cool ones coming up. So a squirrel catch and cook and a Burmese python catch and cook coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Somebody's asking if we're coming to Scotland this year.
Yes, we are coming to Scotland this year.
Oh, and say thanks to Bubba Yak.
Bubba Yak?
Bubba Yak Fishing.
Thank you, Bubba Yak, for having such an epic screen name too. That's a good one. Thank you for the donation. But yes, we're going to Scotland this summer. We're going to spend 3 weeks traveling the UK.
Itre.
Babag. Thank you very much for the donation, Itre. Yeah. What's the matter, bud? Did you just throw your goldfish crackers? Here, that's okay. Play with these scissors here. We're not doing that. Oh, no, that's a better idea. But at any rate, this summer we're going to the UK. And we're going to be in spending a week in the southwest of England doing shark fishing and congregates. Hey Nathan,
Just
Nathan.
kiddo.
Hey Nathan, come here, bud. Come here.
Thanks, pants, no pants.
That's all right. That's all right. This is pants optional. Hey, but so.
Oh, say thanks to Lucas. I missed that one.
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you very much for the
And it
donation.
said, who taught you how to fish?
Who taught me how to fish? Probably my dad and my grandpa. You know, I grew up fishing. You know, when I was his age. Me. So, oh yes, England. We're going to Devon. We're going to like the Peak District in the Midlands of England, and we're going to Scotland, and we're gonna just be all over that country for like 3 weeks filming. So we've got some great movies. We're renting a house with a private lake, and fly fishing stream on it, so I can just go film like crazy. And also, me and Nathan just got back 2 days ago from our trip to Spain. Isn't that right, Nate? Did you like going to Spain?
Yeah.
So me and Nate just went and fishing in Spain for a week, like camping and fishing.
Thanks, Val Reed.
And Nate helped. We did helped me land a 35-pound carp.
Thanks, Val and Rudy.
Thank you,
Rudy.
Val. And who else?
And Rudy Roo TV.
Rudy TV. Well, anyway, buddy, you need to run downstairs. You don't have pants. Okay, so I'll see you downstairs, okay, bud? But anyway, we've got a great video coming up from a great carp fishing trip in Spain, and I'm doing kind of what I've figured out. What I do is with these trips, kind of like the whole trip, the vlog, the traveling, behind the scenes, all that stuff. I'm putting on the outdoor boys, and then just the fishing portion of the trip is going on cats and carp. So I did that with the Florida trip, and I'm going to do that with this Spain trip as well. So
Thanks, Nathan.
thank you, Nathan. Both our Nathan or someone else?
No, another Nathan.
Oh, another Nathan.
A generous Nathan.
A generous Nathan. Thank you.
And Joel too.
And Joel, thank you very much, Joel. So yeah, we've got some great stuff coming up, and these last 2 years have been very, very crazy. I got pneumonia. I went to the hospital more times than I can count these last 2 years. Just working myself to death at the law firm and with the YouTube channel, and so we decided to dial back a little bit on the law practice this year, and just to improve quality of life and be able to take things easier with the.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you very much. But the upside is that we're doing a lot more traveling and getting to do hopefully a lot higher quality videos, a lot more interesting stuff. So, I've done a load of videos fishing at the lake here at the house and stuff, and I'm going to still do that, but kind of get out and be able to travel to other places.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. And try different things. So, there's a lot of places here in the U.S. too I'd like to fish, and places I'd like to go. And also I have not, I was doing, like, every spring and fall, I was doing a fishing event where anybody who wanted to come and fish with me, we'd usually do it in D.C. in the tidal basin. Did that for a couple of years, and then I got really sick 1 year and didn't do it. And then we had the world tour, and that didn't do that. And so just kind of one thing led to another, and I kind of fell out of the habit. But I think this spring I'm going to do it again, because I get a lot of people messaging me asking if they can come fishing with me, or if I'd come over to there, come wherever they live and come fish with them. And I always feel bad because I don't want to snub anybody. I really do like fishing with subs, and I do a lot of it. You see a lot of videos when I'm fishing with people.
So thanks, Larry, and thanks, PG Bottom Feeders.
Oh, PG Bottom Feeders. Hey, Matt. Hey, thanks for the donation, and thank you, Larry, as well. Yeah, Matt's got a fun channel. He's just north of me a little bit.
Thanks, Andrew.
And he does. Matt's been doing fishing videos for a couple of years now. But PG Bottom Feeders is his channel. But at any rate,
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. And so at any rate, oh, I see how you're doing this. Okay, I'm not handing that back to you. Yeah, that's right.
Here, have some cheese.
Cheese.
Have some cheese. But at any rate, yeah, a lot of fun stuff. But I'm hoping to do this spring a fishing get together because I just like to give you an idea, guys. A lot of you, if you send me private messages and I don't respond, I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. On a normal weekday, I probably get somewhere around 100 messages through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, emails. I just literally get more messages than I can possibly respond to in any given day, and I spend a lot of time responding to messages and answering emails and stuff. So if you guys ever message me and you don't hear back, please don't take it personally. But I did have one guy like totally freak out at me, get like really a little bit scary about it because I didn't like respond to him within like 3 hours. So it was weird. But at any rate, yeah. So So in order to try to be able to give more people, I know a lot of people have been asking, hey, can we get together and fish? So try to make sure that everyone gets a chance to do that. I'm going to try to do the fishing events again, and I'm shooting for sometime this spring. I don't have a date, but it's probably going to be end of April-ish, beginning of May, sometime around then. But stay tuned. So make sure you guys are subscribed because I'll announce it on the communities feature of the YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, aren't following me on Facebook or Instagram, you do one of that because I announce a lot of that stuff on Facebook and Instagram as well, and so that's a great way to stay tuned for that. So as soon as I have the exact date and time, I'll let everybody know. And it's been a really fun event. Forget fishing with me, like just the people who come to these events are just awesome. I've never had anybody who wasn't just a great person to hang out and fish with.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks, Stephen, very much. So I've made some great friends from these fishing events, and it's a great way to meet people and just have a good time. Both cat fishermen and carp fishermen, and everyone's welcome. At any rate, it's been a good time. And then you guys can see how crazy Nathan and Tommy are in real life without the editing.
Somebody asked what your Instagram is.
It's I forget the exact handle. It's like I think it's Cats and Carp. I want to say Cats Carp. But if you go to my YouTube channel, on the homepage, there's links to all that.
Thanks to Bubba Yak Fishing again.
Yeah. I was looking for my phone to look it up, then I realized I'm filming with my phone. Thank you, Bubba Yak. Hey. Anywho, but so some really fun stuff coming up here. Yeah. Feel free, guys, to ask questions. I'm trying to do a lot of Q&A with this. Rebecca's shouting out the questions as best she can.
I'm not doing great yet.
While throwing cheese at Jacob.
Say thanks to
What happened to your cheese? Okay, there it is. There you go, buddy. There's your cheese.
Say thanks to the Wyatt Life.
Wyatt Life. Thank you. Appreciate the donation. I appreciate these guys. So let me tell you some cool little things I found. So in Spain, I went fishing in the Ebro River in Spain, and everyone's like, "Did you catch a Wells catfish? Did you catch?" No, I didn't catch a Wells catfish. I went carp fishing. So I know all the catfish are like, "Oh gosh, what is wrong with this guy?" I will probably go back. But wintertime is fabulous for carp, and the hot times are better for the catfish. Wells are a little bit like a flathead in that regard. You can catch them in the wintertime, but it was kind of hard. So we were really targeting carp, and we caught big carp. We had, in a 2-day period, we caught 5 really good carp, and the smallest one was 25 pounds. So no spoilers, but they're pretty big. But while I was there, I did buy a clonker. So check this out. It's called Clonky. It's written on the side. Clonky the Clonker. And this is a catfish call. Okay? So if you've ever bugled elk or called in ducks, this is how you call in a Wells catfish. You sit there on the side of the boat and you stab the water with this flat part right there, and it makes this splunk, clunk sound, and it's supposed to attract Wells catfish. And you do it while vertically fishing live bait traditionally. So a guy will be in a boat and he'll be holding some live bait just off the bottom, and he'll sit there above and clunk with this thing. All right. So I said I gotta try this out. So I think I'm gonna do some kayak. I think I'm gonna do some kayak fishing for flatheads this spring, and see if I can't bump some live bait and then clonk with this and see if it makes a difference. So check it out. I'm probably gonna have a video about clonking coming up. So I've got a clonker. I was also at Cabela's today, and I was extraordinarily pleased to see a new product from Gamakatsu, which probably my favorite circle hooks are Gamakatsu. I like, and I love their 8/0 hooks, but for years they did not make a 10/0 circle hook. Not with the bent eye, not the way I liked it, and they finally did. Okay, they've come out with a 10/0 big cat circle, 10/0 circle hook, and I am thrilled about this. I've been using the Mustad Demon hooks, and they're great. They're great hooks. My only complaint is their barbs are so freaking wicked on those Mustad hooks that they're a pain to get out, and they're a little bit much. And they tear up the fish's mouth. So I like the subtler barbs on the Gamakatsu 10/0s. So I'm excited to try those out. So that's pretty cool. I'm even more excited about this. Check this out. This is a triangle lead, I believe. And the reason why I'm excited about these is if you watch my carp fishing videos, I use what's called a method lead. It's an oval-shaped lead with little ribs meant to hold pack bait. So I take panko and jello or oatmeal or something, and I make it into like a dough bait, and I smoosh it into a ball and pack it around this lead and then cast it out. And it's a way of having a little bit of chum attached to your line when you cast out. The problem is that method leads are really expensive. They run like $2-3 a piece sometimes, and they're hard to get here in the U.S. and they're just overpriced, and it's just a pain. And so I have been looking and thinking about ways to have a replacement for that, something we can get stateside easily and cheaply. And I am looking at these bad boys, and I think I've found my thing here. Look at that. It's got these big old teeth on it and little indentation in the middle and everything. I think that would be perfect for holding some pack bait. And they come in larger sizes. The method leads are like 25 grams to 40 grams, which, isn't a lot of weight. And so if you're fishing in rivers, method leads don't work particularly well. These suckers come, up to, I've got a 6 ouncer over here. Okay. And I've got a 1 ounce and a 6 ouncer here. So I can, I can fish method baits in rivers and stuff like that. And, so I'm curious to see how that works out. My biggest concern is I think these little teeth might cause me hang-ups where my leader gets wrapped around the teeth and stuff. I've got some ideas on how to deal with that, but definitely I bought a bunch of those. I'm anxious to try them out. So those are some couple little pieces of new fishing gear that I found that I'm really, really jazzed about. I'm going to show you guys some videos about. Any questions, babe? Or?
Yeah, somebody has been asking, why do carp fishermen use fake corn instead of real corn?
Yeah, great question. So a couple reasons why I switched to it is, first off, turtles and bluegill can't take it. It doesn't steal it, and so if you have a problem with turtles hitting your bait, if you like fishing with corn and turtles are a problem, switch to fake corn. Also, you can get it in pop-up versions, which means it floats, so that you can keep it hovering above the muck, which gives you better hits. But the biggest thing I like about it is that it doesn't require replacement. So I catch a carp, and the corn's still on the hook. Normally, when you catch a you catch a carp, the corn gets ripped off the hair rig, and after you release the fish, you have to rebait your hook. I like to fish 6 rods at a time on my boat, and when the action's good, I'm getting doubles, triples, fish every 5 minutes on average. So rebaiting all those hooks is a major thing. Also, I can just leave the corn on my hair rig, put my rods away in the garage, and when it's time to go fishing, I don't have to rebait them. It's just ready to go. So it's a convenience factor. It keeps you fishing more, and that's a big deal. If you're I'll go one of these spots and I'll catch 100 pounds, 200 pounds of carp in 3 hours. If you do the math on that, if it takes you 3 minutes to rebait, every fish, and you catching 20 fish times 3 minutes, that's an hour you're going to spend rebaiting. Yeah.
Thanks to Palmetto Cats, and he asked, how do you muster the courage to fish in the cold? And then also say thanks to Christopher, and he wants good catfishing spots in Virginia.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so first off, Palmetto, thank you very much. And so how do you muster the courage to fish in the cold? Well, first off, build up a healthy layer of fat. Check. Okay, that'll insulate you from the cold. But just have the right gear. Those adhesive hand warmers are absolutely amazing. Those Carhartt bibs, insulated, the Arctic Lining Carhartt bibs, fabulous. I just bought the Striker ice fishing jacket for our Spain trip. It's pretty amazing. So having some good cold weather gear makes a huge difference. And then just catch fish. If you catch fish, you'll feel a lot warmer. Watching the rod, waiting for it to get a bite, that gets really cold very quickly. Another secret too, if you want, is go get yourself a cheap Camel pack, or one of those hydration packs. Fill it full of your hot beverage of choice and wear it underneath your coat. So right up against your t-shirt. So you have this 2-liter, 1-liter hot water bottle on your back, and then you can just sit there and sip stuff. Man, it doesn't matter how cold it is. You got that on your back, you are good. The only problem is it's a pain in the butt because you got to clean it out really well after each use, so it gets moldy. Yes. So the other person, Chris, thank you. What was Chris's question?
Good fishing spots in Virginia. I think it was catfishing spots, but now it's gone, so I'm not
sure. I'm going to assume it was catfishing. Any of our rivers are awesome. Potomac, Rappahannock, Rapidan, James, any of our big rivers have amazing catfishing. The key isn't finding out which river or lake to fish. The key is figuring out where on those rivers to fish. And they're big rivers, and that's the trick. And what I would do, honestly, and I mean this, is I would go find a guide. We have a load of really awesome catfishing guides here on our major rivers. James River's the best, best river for big blues. Then we've got Kerr Reservoir, which is also an amazing place, has tons of guides. I would go to
Bloodmark.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. And what I would do is hire a guide. The going rate is $400 for the whole boat for 8 hours. Get a couple buddies together, split the cost or whatever, and just spend an entire day watching an expert work, on one of these rivers. I mean, even if you don't have a boat and you're going to be bank fishing, so do it. That's how I learned a lot of my fishing tricks. Is I've just been with a lot of fishing guides over the years. I've gone on a lot of guided trips, and it's like having a tutorial session. Just ask a load of questions. At any rate, yes. Any other?
Yes. And I know that I've missed some questions. I missed lots of questions. They go by fast. They're
scrolling by kind of quick.
A couple of people have asked where Tommy and Nathan are.
They are downstairs playing because Nathan is running around in his underoos, and Tommy is engrossed in whatever he's doing, and they get a little crazy on the live feeds. I'm not gonna lie. We've had some bad live feeds where they just stick their nose against the lens and scream.
We're back.
We're back. Are we back? Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube, babe. Will you look at behind the camera, babe, and see what's going on?
Yeah. It's me again. I think we're good.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Are we good?
It's back. Okay, we're back.
Cool.
Okay, we're back.
I don't know why that happens, but just randomly it disconnects every once in a while. And then you've got to get out of it and go back in. And then when it does it, the camera reverses itself because it's on my cell phone, so it does the selfie lens. So, at any rate, there's the ceiling of our kitchen there you just saw.
I answered Josh about coming to South Carolina to fish heavy current with 40-pound catfish.
I don't see anything negative about that statement. I would love to. It's just a matter of time. There's literally thousands of places I want to fish. So I am all over going more of like a sporting event, I guess. That's like a little.
It's gone again. Oh, shoot.
Okay, maybe why don't you, can you go up there and just look at the camera there? And
Yeah, okay. Okay, how do I do it? You should show me how to do it.
yeah, sure. Come on up here.
Okay.
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 Cancel.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, then it says we're good. Working now.
We're working back. All right, we're back now. That was just a temporary lag, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, this is back.
Yeah, I don't know what that's a YouTube problem. I think
Oh.
these streams do this all the time. But anyway, yeah. Any other questions, babe?
What's Tommy's personal best?
You'll have to be specific. Tommy's caught a 36.5-pound grass carp, 38-pound flathead, I think a 35-pound blue. I think he's caught like a 15 or 12-pound channel catfish or something like that.
Do you make your rigs or do you buy them?
Depends on which rigs. I tend to buy sabiki rigs, but I make my own hair rigs.
Did you answer the question if you're doing sea fishing or lake or river fishing in Scotland or freshwater fishing?
Yeah, I answered it, but I'm not sure it was streamed because it looks like it's still probably.
Okay.
Oh, Jacob, buddy, you need to chill out. Are people got the live stream? Is it back on?
Oh, some say it's still not working.
Why don't you hit refresh on the laptop?
Oh, it seems to be working.
Yeah, why don't you hit refresh on there and see if that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems to be working.
Yeah, I think it was just So to answer your question about Scotland, we will be doing some sea fishing in the south west of England for sure. We haven't planned Scotland all the way. We don't really know 100% what we're doing. I'm trying to go ferreting for rabbits in Scotland, but we'll see if that happens. Any other questions, babe?
Yes.
What's the matter, bud?
Tips on winter carp fishing in UK lakes.
The winter carp fishing in the UK?
UK lakes.
With UK lakes, they're so small and they're so specific. Ask the bailiff. Go to your lake bailiff and see what the locals are saying. Because I can tell you, but I've never been to your lake. I don't know, but.
Oh, Mr. Fussy Pants.
Mr. Fussy Pants.
Have you caught a Wells catfish?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's happening though. There's a very good chance that I will before the end of 2019. And Carl and Alex in the UK were talking a little bit about us doing a collab with Wells Catfish. Oh, Jacob's attacking the camera now.
Come here, buddy.
Jacob, no, buddy. No.
Tips for a newbie.
Tips for a newbie?
For carp fishing.
Tips for a newbie for
in
carp
Denver, Colorado.
I would. All right, Jacob.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, he's so grabby.
Okay, so tips for a newbie. Watch my playlists.
You're grabby.
I do playlists with just how to catch carp, how to catch catfish, all those videos. I organize them by topic. So I would go and just sit there and binge watch all my how to catch carp videos. Go check out my playlist. That's probably the best tip I could give you.
What about fishing in really, really strong current?
If you're fishing in really strong current, the most important thing is getting to the catfish or getting to the carp or whatever, finding your location. And they're going to be near the current, but not in the current. There's going to be behind something that blocks the current. They're not going to just... Jacob is going bat crap crazy right now.
Well,
okay.
sorry guys.
Here, come here. Dada. Okay, calm down, my little orangutan.
Oh, sorry if I missed stuff.
So, yeah, with current, obviously, fishermen struggle, though, with your gear being dragged. You can't let your gear be dragged or you're going to get snagged. So, either fish a bobber and drift it through the current. Use a really huge lead. Try not to cast very far, or try to position yourself upstream so that you're casting downstream instead of perpendicular to those currents.
Thanks, Alejandro Cruz. And have you ever gone freshwater drum fishing?
Yes, with Alexander Cruz, thank you. Last summer, we did a trip to Mississippi where we toured the South, we went fishing all throughout the South, and we caught freshwater drum, with me and Nathan did. And I got a video on that.
Do you prefer carp fishing or catfishing?
I go back and forth, but carp fishing is more challenging than catfishing is. I think carp fight harder, but I just really enjoy catfishing, and I find catfishing to be more relaxing for me. I just put some dead fish on a big circle hook and go out and just catch a ton of them, and it's nice and easy, and there's less fussing around with it. So I don't know. I like them both a lot, but.
What about noodling?
Noodling, I love the concept of swimming underwater and getting bit by a fish that you wrestle, but it's very destructive because you are so crazy. Okay, we're gonna have to stand up here because Jacob is going bonkers. So I love the concept of noodling, but it's very disruptive because what you're doing is you're finding these catfish on their nests. Catfish protect their babies and protect their eggs. You find these nests, and catfish tend to nest in the same areas. So once you go to a body of water and you figure out where the nests are, then you can, which is really challenging, but once you figure that out, each year, spawning season, you can go back to the same nest and, go and hit these big catfish, and you stick your arm in there and you have them chomp down on your hand, or you grab them by the thing and you pull it out and you pull them off their nests. And we don't really know what that does to the nests. When mom starts freaking out, a 30-pound catfish in a culvert or in a little cave with a bunch of little babies and fries in there starts thrashing around and gets pulled out. Does it kill all the babies? Does it ruin that year's brood? We don't know. So even if you're catch and release noodling, it's a little bit of a question mark, And I'm not saying that it does hurt it. We just, it's just something that I'm concerned about. And, so I might do some catch and release noodling or something like that one of these days. It's something that sounds really fun to me. But my wife's giving me a hard, no. My wife doesn't put her foot down on many things, so she was down with letting me go hunt Burmese pythons in the swamp last Christmas. So, yeah.
We'll
anyway,
see.
We'll see. We need to talk about that outside of the live stream.
Oh, What are you going to the Catfish Conference?
Yes, I am going to Catfish. The whole family is actually. We're going to drive out there. We're going to be at least the Saturday session. I don't think we're going to be there more than one day, but maybe we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna go into the Catfish Conference, and which, if you guys haven't heard of the Catfish Conference, it's pretty cool. I've been 2 years. I went the first one and the second one, and it's just, anybody who's into catfishing on social media usually is there. Lots of catfish rods and stuff for sale. You get deals and discounts on gear, and it's nice because there's a lot of catfish rods on the market, and there's some really amazing ones, and most of them aren't sold in the major retailers. So and you know how rods are. You need to feel a rod really before you buy it. It's hard to buy a rod online, sight unseen. So going to the Catfish Conference, you can go there and feel 30 different rods, 20 different rods, and really see what you want, and get a pretty good deal on it. So
are you going to do any meetups in the UK while you're there?
I haven't thought about it a ton, actually. I'm open to the idea, but we have to kind of see how my schedule goes. And the hard part is I need to find a venue where I can do that, and it's got to be someplace public, because a lot of fishing waters you pay there. And it's got to be someplace where you can have, 15, 20 people fishing close proximity to each other. And most of the places in the UK like that, maybe a canal or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but it's a little tricky. There's some logistics. Oh, Jacob, you are just losing your crap today.
What age did you start fishing?
I cannot remember when I started fishing, but I was probably around Nathan's age, about 3 or so, 3 or 4.
What's the most expensive rod you broke?
Oh, this last Florida with that probably just last couple weeks ago. That Nash scope was expensive. I think I said on the video it was $125. I went back and looked that up. I think I bought it for $250, and that broke. And then on the same trip I lost my Japanese Daiwa short swing Liberty Club, which is $120 something rod. So I lost a lot of gear. Really quick.
Some people are saying lag, but I can't tell. It seems to.
Yeah, it's loud.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You can adjust your volume as you deem fit. I'm sorry.
Where are catfish in cold ponds at this time of year?
Definitely in the water, that's for sure. Catfish in cold ponds. They're going to be wherever's warmest. Wherever's warmest. That could mean deep. And when the air's a lot colder than the water, it probably means the deepest spot. But if you have a little stream that dumps in or a little runoff, that could be there. When it's sunny, they could be in the shallows. Depending on the type of catfish, if it's a flathead, they may be hibernating. Flatheads do that a little bit more than other types of catfish.
Thanks to Jesse, and he asked if you're going to fish in California.
Thanks, Jesse. What is your...
He had a bad nap today.
He had a bad nap? Is that what it is?
He's tired.
Holy mackerel. Oh, yeah. He says, okay. I don't know when I'll be in California. Becca's got a work conference there, I think, this year. So maybe we'll come with that and go to like San Diego or something.
Have you ever fished in Daybreak Lake in Utah?
Daybreak Lake in Utah. Never heard of that. I haven't.
How about Lake Erie?
I haven't been to the Great Lakes either. Okay, buddy.
I'm sorry, he's having a tough time. He's tired. He probably needs to go to bed.
All right, if you want to take him, I can go and do that. We can finish up here.
Now he's happy.
You're happy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you do a video on stripers?
Yes, I have. I have done a video on stripers. I'm done a video on wipers technically, and when I was in Tennessee, I did a catch and cook striper video, but after learning a little bit more, after I did the video, I realized what I was calling a striper is probably actually a wiper, which is a white bass striper hybrid. And it's one of those things like people are just going to lose their crap and leave me 10 billion comments about how that's a wiper, not a striper. And so I've been sitting...
Mike says come fish with him again.
And all right, so I'm going to probably post that video here in this summer and just trolls be darned, full steam ahead. But we'll see. I've done some striped bass fishing in the ocean, but this is before I was doing YouTube videos. I used to, actually when I was in law school, I was late to federal court for the mandatory moot court competitions because the stripers came in really thick in the Potomac. I got in, I caught like 35 in an hour on small little schoolies on light gear. I was just having the day of my best day ever. And and so I'm like in my hoodie and everything, and we had this big mandatory event we had to attend in law school at the federal courthouse in Alexandria, Virginia. And I'm just like, I can make it, just one more cast, and like 15 fish later, I'm like speeding through there, and I rush in, and I have like pocket knives and pliers and I try to bring it to court, and so security guards are like frisking me because I ran in with all this stuff, and so I show up, I finally bust through the doors of the courthouse, and the judge, this panel of 3 of the federal court judges are addressing my law school class, like 210 people, right? And all the faculty are there. It's like lawyer, dark suit only, very formal. Everyone's in dark suits and, a court attire. I'm in with like a big red hoodie that says Red Dog Mine on it, and like smelly pants with like fish scales all over them and slime. And I walk in the door, and like everyone stops, and like the judge stops, everyone looks at me, and there's like one seat in the very front row, all the way like against the wall, and I'm like, excuse me, getting over people. Yeah, it's a miracle I graduated. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I have fished for striped bass before. That was a tangent. All right, next question.
Man, they go by so fast. Have you been ice fishing?
Yes. In Alaska, we used to ice fish all the time. And I didn't have any of the fancy gear, so we didn't have a little sonar and stuff. So what we'd do is we'd stick our face in the hole, and you'd be able to see the fish, down the hole. I had a full brim hat that I used to wear. And hold on. Don't play with the soldering iron, Jacob. Yeah. So anyway, I had this full brim hat I would wear, and it would block the sun out when you stick your face in the hole. And then once your eyes kind of adjust, you could see the fish down there, and we'd wrap a little bit of line around our finger and put like a little Swedish pimple down there. And I'd sit there with my butt up in the air, my face in the hole, going like this, jigging for trout and landlocked silvers. So yes, I love ice fishing, but we just don't get safe ice here very often.
So if you have asked if you're going to fish with various folks like Leo and Muddy River Catfishing and others that have gone by fast. I don't
know if Leo ever wants to fish with me again. I did that video with him last winter, and I brought Tommy, and Tommy just like was on a savage level that I've never seen him at yet. He was at one point he was like knocking over Leo's tripod and camera and like knocking it onto the rocks and then mocking his accent while he was doing it. I was like, oh, my child's a monster. But it was really, really funny, so it was like kind of hard to reprimand him, but Leo may not want me back, but I had a load of fun with Leo. I would definitely fish with Leo again.
Mike Chavez says that you can bring Tommy to fish with him again.
Yeah, that was good. I had a good time with Mike. We had a good time.
Somebody said don't be offended, but they're asking if you're Alaskan. I don't know why that'd be offensive.
No, I am Alaskan. Mm-hmm. I self-identify as Alaskan. That's true.
That's true.
Born and raised there. Yeah. Yeah, me and Becca lived up there for a little while. Yeah. Good times. Yeah, any other? What is my PB? I get that. I see that one scrolling across. You have to be specific. What is your PB? If you want to say my biggest fish, it'd probably be the 8.5-foot sturgeon I caught this summer. You know, it's about 350 pounds. But yeah.
Sorry, somebody asked about whether I think they meant prosecutor or defense attorney, but they said prostitution or defense. So I was kind of
Yes, yeah.
Defense.
Or defense. I'm not a good. Yeah, the prosecutor's office would never hire me. I'm too Kool-Aid drinking.
What about alligator gar fishing?
It's on my to-do list. We came really close to doing it. The Spain trip was actually supposed to be an alligator gar trip to Texas, but none of the guides I spoke to had confidence that they could get me on good action in January. So I actually started looking at going ice fishing in Michigan as a plan B. And then I realized that it's cheaper to fish in Spain for a week than it is to fish in Michigan for like 2-3 days. So connecting. You're live.
Okay,
Is that we're back? Oh. And then you can hit refresh on your end, babe, and that should.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
it's doing the selfie cam again.
Oh,
why does it do that?
I don't know. It's not changing. Oh, there we go. Maybe.
All right.
Oh, then you see the messy kitchen. Darn.
Like, we all know who messes up the kitchen, and it's not you. So, yes, somebody was asking, what are you eating, Jacob?
Why is it you'll eat stuff off the floor, but you won't eat the other stuff?
Okay, yes.
Last thing we heard is cheaper to fish in Spain for a week than Michigan for 2 to 3 days. Thank you.
Yes. The Shakespeare Big Water Alpha combo was $29.99. There's a lot of different versions of this rod and reel combo under different names. But it comes with line, and I've had 3 different versions of that over the years, and they are good catfish rods as long as you don't need to throw big gear. Oops. Oh. Sorry, buddy, about your head. Oh. That's okay. Jacob, I think you pooped yourself. Oh, well.
There's probably lots of reasons for him to be fussy.
Oh,
gosh. What is in your mouth?
What are you eating? I think that's cereal. Yeah, it's cereal.
Okay.
All right.
You ever caught a paddlefish?
No. I saw one on the Potomac once, and it blew my mind. I had no idea what a paddlefish was, and I saw it, and it was absolutely cool. But I've never caught one. Nope. Though I have a personal mission to be able to catch one on bait. I think you can. Now, everyone I know tells me you can't because they're filter feeders, just like Asian carp and gizzard shad. But over in Asia and Russia, catching filter feeders like bighead carp, silver carp is actually a really popular thing. And lots of sportsmen do it using very unique baits and rigs and stuff like that. So it's something I've been kind of on and again, off again, and working on. And I want to go back with Steve Douglas and go try fish for bighead carp again this summer. And I've actually got a video I'm working on right now where I'm going to try to catch gizzard shad on rod and reel with bait, which are very different than hickory shad and American shad, which you can readily catch on lures and bait. But if I can figure out how to catch a gizzard shad, get it to bite a hook, then I think there's a good chance we can do the same thing with paddlefish. But it's just something that we don't do here in the States, and they do in other places, you know. So, yeah. Right.
How much is your fishing set worth roughly?
All my fishing gear?
I don't know. If it's gone, I can't remember. Something like that. How much is your fishing kit
right here, guys? My fishing gear is worth maybe $100. Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I left the door open. Hold on. Sorry.
Hold
Hold
on.
for a second. Hold on.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people are asking about PBs. So the sturgeon, definitely the biggest, 8.5 feet. I recently broke my PB for carp. I did that in Spain. So I'll let you guys see that video here in a couple weeks. Grass carp is that 36.5 pounder that I caught with Tommy. We kind of get dual credit for that one. I think a 23-pound channel catfish, 69-pound blue, 53-pound flathead, 28.5-inch rainbow. You know, we got a lot of, I think a 42-inch bluefish. Yeah, I got a lot of PBs. You know, so yeah.
Right.
What's your PB for salmon?
Sure.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to turn the camera on my wife here.
Oh.
Okay, because Becca has a better PB for salmon than I do. Rebecca has caught a bigger king salmon than I ever have, and she's caught a bigger silver salmon than I ever have. She was actually on the leaderboard for a brief period of time with the Seward Silver Salmon Derby with an 18.5-pound silver.
I was.
And you've caught a 26-pound king salmon. So yeah. Becca's PBs are better than mine. Oh, did it lag again on us?
Yeah.
Oh, it says it's still working.
Oh,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just a temporary lag.
Which fish is more delicious, carp or catfish?
I don't know. Honestly, they taste about the same. You know, neither one of them had. I've only eaten one carp on that video I did. And I don't keep a lot of fish. Honestly, the only time I ever keep and eat a fish is when I'm doing a catch and cook video. So neither one of them are a strong flavored fish. The carp I ate was just, it was just kind of normal white meat fish. Yeah, tastes like a tilapia, I guess.
Best camping fishing spots in Alaska.
Camping fishing spots. Problem with Alaska, I love fishing in Alaska. The problem is getting anywhere is expensive. If you want to know where you can fish and have public access by car, you can tear that from my cold dead hands. I don't care if you're Dick Cheney and you're going to waterboard me. I'm not telling you. If, however, Jacob's attacking the camera. If, however, you've got money to burn, you get in a float plane and there's some amazing places, but it's expensive. And that's the problem with Alaska is everyone and their pet dog fishes, and so if there is public access where you can drive there, you're going to share. You're going to be fishing with everyone and their pet dog. We combat fishing is a very real thing in Alaska. So if you go to the Kenai River for red salmon, you're going to fish shoulder to shoulder fishermen for miles. But there's a lot of amazing places to fish and camp all by yourself. You just better have a boat or a plane, and a lot of time and gas to get there. So.
Have you ever bow fished?
I have never bow fished. I've spear fished before, and I'm doing some spear fishing videos, but I've never bow fished.
Any thoughts of starting a guide service?
No. The thing about it is like guides are hardworking. If you think it'd be really awesome to be paid to fish, don't become a guide. Okay? Because first off, guides don't get to fish that often. They bust their butts for every dime, and they help other people fish. If I wanted to do it for the money, I'm better off just putting my energies elsewhere. Actually working at the law practice instead of fishing. So it's probably not something I'm ever going to do. So.
There's lots of requests for Tommy. Let me see.
Let's see if Tommy's around.
If he's feeling
Sweet.
better.
It looks like we got a little bit of lag again. Let's see. I'm gonna take over for Becca here while she fetches Tommy. Let's see. Would you ever have a pet catfish? Probably not. Sounds like too much work. Can you make some hunting videos? I do have some hunting. I have 2 hunting videos coming on the Outdoor Boys channel this week and next week. A squirrel hunting, catch and cook video, and a python hunting, catch and cook video. What is the cheapest salmon charter in Alaska? I have no idea, but they're expensive. Yeah, we're going to post this live stream at the beginning. Oh, hey, there's Tommy. Hey, Tom. Okay, would you want to answer questions from people?
Yeah, this one.
Here, come. Just one?
Yeah, this one.
Hey, come here. Come sit on my lap. Okay, Tommy!
Okay.
See, these are all people asking questions here. So, let's see. Okay. Have I ever caught a pike? Yes, I have caught many pike. In Alaska, pike were considered a trash fish, like carp are in the U.S. But we did a lot of carp fishing. The first day I ever went carp fishing in Alaska, I caught 82, 83 carp in one day. Pike. I'm sorry, pike. Yes, I caught 82, 83 pike in one day. Let's see. Wants to know how about... somebody wants to know how Becca puts up with me.
He fights.
I love you. It's not a put up thing.
I don't know.
Okay, Tommy, somebody wants to know, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food? Oh! My favorite food is sushi.
Your favorite food is sushi?
What?
I mean my favorite food is sushi.
Yeah, you okay, sushi? Yeah, and you ate sushi in Japan, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Okay, and do you put the same passion in your cases as you do fishing? More. Yeah, you don't want to be on the business end of my trials. You want to leave? Okay. Hey, Tommy's PB for catfish, 39-pound blue flathead, 35-pound blue. Is Tommy in kindergarten? Are you in kindergarten?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna leave?
Yeah.
You wanna take off? What's your favorite thing to do, Tommy?
Well, my favorite thing to do is do videos, but not right now.
Do you like toy trains?
I like videos.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he was so not interested in doing that. Can I catch bass with bluegill? Yes, you can. Live bluegill is a great bass bait. Greetings from Denmark. Yes, someone said they have a question. Okay, you better ask it. Tommy wants to play his Kindle. I think so. I think he's playing with his train set or something down there. Walleye catch and cook. You don't have a ton of walleye here. Fishing with perps. Yeah. We don't refer to them as perps. We refer to them as clients. So, yeah. Oh, catfish challenge only using dip baits. I hate dip baits. They're terrible. They're really horrible. I would so many better things rather than dip baits. They're expensive, they messy, and they don't catch big catfish usually. There's always an exception, but I'd rather use boilies or corn or cut bait or anything. Do you ever use PVA bags? Yes, occasionally, but not a ton because they take too much time to set up. Usually, if you're on the fish, you're going to catch them pretty quick. And so around here in the States, I'm worried more about getting ready. So I use method lens because it's just smash, smash, cast, you're ready for the next fish. It's not this 5-minute fidgety thing. So if the fishing is slow and I'm really hunting after long distance, I'm doing long distance fishing. If the fishing is slow, I'll use PVA bags or PVA mesh, but I don't do it whenever I can avoid it. Dip baits suck. Yeah, they kind of do. Fishing from the Sanibel Causeway. Yes, I believe so. The one in between Sanibel and Captiva. Yeah. Ever fished New Mexico? No, I haven't. But I am going to go fishing with Chris Flores sometime. You know, actually, guys, if you wanna cyber bully Chris Flores a little bit for me, I really have been pushing him for us to go Wells catfish fishing in Spain. Like I told we should get together. Steve Douglas too, but he's got a lot of irons in the fire with his business. So does Chris. But I was like, Chris, Steve, and me should all go to Spain and go catch Wells catfish. And it's one of those things that's been pie in the sky. We've been talking about, but so if you want to cyber bully a Chris Flores and tell him to go Wells catfish fishing with me, I also tell Chris if he ever comes out, you know, I'll let him stay at my house, use my boat, whatever. But we'll see. There's Mr. Cabrera and son. Shout out to you guys. Do a video with Leo Shang. Yeah, if you'll ever let me. You know, Leo Shang unfriended me after I trolling him too much online. he lets me follow him again, but I think he always watches me with one eye. Jaden Milner on camera. I'm not going to say Jaden Milner on camera, guys. Spain was amazing. It was so stinking cheap, guys. Me and Nathan went. I paid $540 for the tickets. Rental car was less than $100 for a week. And our guide gave us 5 days, 24 hours a day fishing, where we camped on the banks of the Ebro River. And he supplied all the camping gear, cooked food for us, and everything. And it was $600 for a week. Okay. Normally, if I go 8 hours on a boat, it's $400. So I got a guide fishing 24/7 for a week, plus room and board for $600. What's going on over there? You got Jacob in a box?
I do. He wanted to be in a box.
Hey, it's Jacob in a box.
Well, he did want to be in the box. Maybe not anymore.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Do more videos on the new boat. I did a bunch of videos on the new boat, but I know some people missed them. Come to Pennsylvania to fish for flatheads. It sounds awesome. I know Pennsylvania has some great stuff, but I literally have one of the best flathead lakes in the Mid-Atlantic in my backyard. I live on the lake. So it's like, why drive 4 hours to go flathead fishing when we're averaging 30 pounders here in my backyard? You know what I mean? It's like, can I use deer heart as catfish bait? If you have a deer heart, go for it. I don't have any deer heart, so I can't address that. Go steelhead fishing near Buffalo. A lot of people have told me to go steelhead fishing, but I want to go fly fishing for carp. Someone asked about that. It's my first carp I ever caught was on a fly rod, and it's amazing. I'd love to go do it again. Please fish in Texas. Always have, and it's going to happen. Have I ever been to Utah? Yes, my wife's from Utah. My undergraduate school was in Utah, and I've got several fishing videos from Utah. Casting reels any good? Meh. I like. What was their spinning reel? I can't even remember. One of their spinning, the Kodiak. The casting Kodiak's okay. The Rover's not good. I'd rather get the Ming Yang. Good all-around hook size for big catfish, 8 out of 10 aught. Come fish in Croatia? Yes, I want to. We were talking about doing some Eastern European fishing trips and go hit Romania, Croatia, Hungary, all that stuff. Come to England anytime soon? Yep, I addressed that in the beginning of this live feed. We're going to go fishing for 3 weeks in England this summer. Do I ever do crappie fishing? Occasionally, yeah. Any plans on fishing in Arizona? Not in the foreseeable future, but sometime. I have not done any fishing in Wisconsin. Someone asked why I tend to use cheaper gear. I do it because I know a lot of my fans can't afford it, or the expensive stuff. And so I like to fish with cheaper gear just to show you guys it doesn't really matter. I have some very expensive rods and I love them to death, but they don't help me catch more fish. They're just more fun to use most of the time. Occasionally there's specialty gear that you need to have, but most of the time the fishing gear is just for the fishermen. You know what I mean? And so I like to do that.
Mama.
I know some people are asking about the England trip. We're going to post this live stream. And so you guys can rewatch the beginning and see all the announcements. Hey, bud, you're missing your pants. Bud, spankings! Have you ever been to New York? Yes, and I fished Central Park in New York City. I've also been to upstate New York and got horrible food poisoning there. And I have pooped in almost every rest stop around Albany and wanted to die. Still a big fan of Cortagoo? No, it's fun. I like it, but do I know whether it works or not? Not really. It gives me warm fuzzies, but I don't have any proof that it does anything. But it looks cool. It kind of makes you feel like you're doing something extra cool, special. Alexandro Cruz. Gracias, senor. Would you go fishing in Puerto Rico? Oh, I would love to. I'd love to go fishing in Puerto Rico. Yeah. My Spanish is not great. Mirando las películas de niños, buscando el Nemo, Los Incredibles, mirando con subtitles de español, estudiando español con las películas de niños. Español. But the fun thing is if you ever want to learn a language, just watch Disney films in that language with the subtitles on and everything with the dubbing. It's great. But you learn a lot of weird phrases. So, for instance, I watched Finding Nemo in Spanish, so I know peces es amigos, no comida, or es muy lindo, pero no entiendo lo que estás diciendo. Or sigue nadando, sigue. So you know all the movie quotes in Spanish. So it's a great way to learn a language. Biggest flathead, 53 pounds. Have you ever fished in South Carolina? No, I haven't. I've been there several times, but I want to. What is my favorite fish to catch? Darn it, I really love catching bluefish in the surf on gotcha plugs. Just, no shoes, pair of shorts, and a t-shirt. Just casting in the surf, catching big blues on a blitz. It's really hard to beat. Ever thought about taking a fishing trip to Minnesota? Yes, I thought about it 2 weeks ago. I went to Spain instead because it's cheaper. Sorry, Minnesota. What's my favorite freshwater fish to eat? Eel. Though, technically it's, saltwater and freshwater. That's moving. Thanks for the live feed. All right, guys. Looks like it's the YouTube app has crashed once again. Well, listen, and guys, it's been a little over an hour on this. Hopefully, you guys are there. Let's see. Oh, yep. Hold on. We gotta switch this over. How do we? There we go. Oh, you guys got a great shot of my nose there for a second. All right, there we go. There we go, guys. Well, listen, it's we need to wrap this up here. It's been about a little over an hour doing this live feed. I will post this online. So if you guys want to know more about the gear I was telling you about, my thoughts on doing a fishing event with everybody, our trip to England, all that stuff people are asking about, what's my PB? I've answered a lot of those questions and stuff at the beginning of this live stream, so I'm going to post that and let you guys know. Remember, we do videos every Saturday morning. A lot of you guys have commented, oh, hey, I haven't seen you post in a while. We post every Saturday morning without fail. I don't think I've missed a Saturday in 2 years. So, Loza, we have 450 something videos on this channel, so lots to choose from. Check out our playlists. And if you want to see like how to catch carp, all of our how to catch carp tutorials are on there. How to catch catfish, catch and cook videos, Tommy and Nate videos. We've got all the videos organized by topic. And if you'd like to see a particular type of video, let me know. Leave a comment below if there's a certain type of video you'd like to see more of. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We've been doing a lot of pictures from our trips to Spain, and a lot of announcements and stuff, and live feeds and stuff we put on Instagram and Facebook. And there's links on our YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to hit 500,000 here real soon. All right. All right, guys. I will talk to you later.